You started with a first class and you're now on a 2-1, or you started with a 2-1 and you're now on a 2-2. Usually, people rarely finish how they started, with research insights showing that only about 20 to 40% of students actually manage to maintain good grades from their first year to the year they graduate, and about 30 to 50% of students experience a decline in good grades from their first year compared to when they graduate school, what they finish school with, and a smaller percentage of students experiencing improvement with focus and finishing with a good grade compared to how they start. If you watch this video here where I showed you my results from my first year to final year, you realize that although the progression wasn't so high, I was not declining. In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you why you are not experiencing stability in your academic success, and of course, how to consistently earn good grades, how to not get, a 4 point this semester and the next semester you're having a 3 point that is taking a toll on your GPA. If you're someone who doesn't do well academically, can you think of one semester that you did so well? Maybe you had a 4-point GPA, or maybe a 5.0 GPA, or you just did so well compared to how your other semesters used to be. Can you remember how you felt seeing that result? You were so eager to tell your results to anyone who cared to ask or know. Maybe at the time that your parents will ask for your results and they didn't even have to wait to ask. Can you remember how you felt like, oh, I'm not even that dull, maybe I'm just lazy, right? Can you remember how fulfilled you felt? Can you remember how you spoke about it on your status? You just even knew that really I couldn't have gotten anything lesser than this for this semester, because truth be told, you actually took that semester very seriously. Can you think of a semester like that? Now, do you know that everything you did in that semester was not the regular thing you do in other semesters? If you take a deep thought about it, you will know within you that there were actually some things that you did that you don't normally do for other semesters. Number two, do you know that everything spectacular you did in that semester to back that kind of result is what somebody in your class does every damn semester? But we'll come back to that. Then if you're someone who does so well normally and then you get a low CGPA, it may be low enough to maybe take you from a first class, second class, but it may not be that low. It may just be so low that even though you're still on a 4 point, it's still low. Even though you're still on a first class, it's still low. But then you dropped really, really compared to what you used to get and how you used to be. Now, can you think in the deep recesses of your heart what you actually do for other semesters that you didn't do that semester? You know in the deep recesses of your heart that there were some things you did that semester that you shouldn't have done. There were things you did in that semester that you normally do not do in other semesters. You know what you did wrong. You know where you flopped. You know that you did not prepare well. You know what you didn't prepare for. You know you weren't studying properly mid-semester. Now pull those things forward, pack them, wrap them, and trash them. The first reason you're not experiencing constant academic excellence is because you do not take responsibilities for how you handle situations. Now, I'm not going to say take responsibility for the situations that happen, because truth be told, sometimes you cannot control what happens, but you can control how you handle the situation. So yes, you may not be able to control the fact that you lost someone during the semester, but you can control how you handle the loss. You may not be able to control the fact that you faced a heartbreak during the semester, but you can control how you handle the heartbreak. You may not be able to control the fact that a particular lecturer is boring in class, but you can decide to listen in class. Until you learn to stop shifting blames and to take responsibility for how you handle situations that happen in your semester, you're not ready to set yourself up for constant academic excellence. And I am not trying to be insensitive, because there are some things that happen in a semester that can weigh you down. And think about it, I have experienced it. I have lost someone before in semester, a relative, not just someone random. I've lost someone before in a semester. I have breakfast in a semester. I've fallen sick consistently in a semester. There was a particular semester that I was having constant eye problem. Like that time, they had not diagnosed what was wrong with my eyes, so it was not possible for them to treat it. They were just giving me temporary solutions, and my eyes would be choking me like this once I carry book that let me read, right? And even so many occasions I forced myself to sleep just because of the eye pain, even when I was not feeling sleepy or I knew that I was supposed to be studying. There's really no semester that a challenge does not come. There's really no semester that something doesn't hit you, something doesn't happen. It can be that in that particular semester they scammed you. In that particular semester your business went bad. Like, think of anything that can happen. You may not be able to handle the situation. Maybe you couldn't have prevented it. Oh yes, I couldn't have prevented the loss of somebody. But when guilt hits you, right, you may feel like maybe if you were close to God, you could have prayed and the person would have resurrected. But then, yeah, drop that aside. You are not responsible for the situation that happened. You are responsible for how you handle the situation. And until you start taking responsibility for how you handle your situation, you won't do well, because whenever something happens, you keep pushing it to the fact that if not for this that happened, How do you think the story of a wealthy man is interesting if it's not that he faced a greater barrier of not having anybody to start as a foundation? Maybe he didn't come from a rich background. There was nowhere to. He literally had to build his life from scratch. That's what makes the story interesting. While your success story is interesting, it's because in front of that success, there were barriers that could have prevented it from not being a success. But you took responsibility of handling the situation and you decided that you were not going to let the situation define you. When I was in my A levels, that I shop breakfast, that's so cringe, but anyhow, like a week or maybe 10 days to my final exams, my JUPEB exam, I was to decide how I handled the situation. I was to decide that I was not going to let this stop my 16 points. I was to decide if, because of that, I will now waste the 1 year that my parent already spent money on somebody that not pay my school fees. I will now feel because of that person. So yes, I lost this person. Oh, you grieve, you cry, you're sad, then you move on. Like, you have to learn how to move on. It's not like the pain is going to go away or whatever happened to you. And when I say pain, I mean even something as little as your best friend was no more your best friend again, or your business, something happened to your business, it could not continue again, or just think of anything that can happen to somebody in a semester. You're not responsible for that situation, but you're responsible for how you handle that situation. Because if you do not handle that situation well and you come out with a bad grade, nobody is going to care that something happened to you during the semester. When they are going to care is when you come out with a good grade, that you can tell your story that despite this situation, I was still able to come out with it. Then the story is interesting. Then we want to listen. Then we are motivated. Then we are confident that you can handle your situation. Then we know that no matter the situation, you know how to separate business from emotions. Then we know that you know how to take responsibility for things that happen. So don't say, oh, it wasn't me, it was because I was sick. Okay, if you were not sick, what would you have done? Do it. Oh, it wasn't me, it was because that semester the lecturer did not teach you well. If the lecturer had taught you well, what would you have done? Do it. Everything that you would have done right if the situation had not happened, do it. Like, literally, get the work done. Because nobody's going to care about your story when you start telling it without the success in front. Nobody cares about the story if it's not a success story. Why do you think the story of those who came from a very poor background and then they became wealthy, why do you think their story is interesting? Because they faced a lot of resistance. So I'm not even trying to be insensitive, but I literally see some people, for instance, it's exam time, I go to clinic, I see you, and in my mind, I'm just like, you're just trying to avoid this exam. There's really nothing that wrong with you, right? Like, when there's nobody to like guide you, to force you to do whatever, take the damn responsibility for how you handle the situation and get the job done. Things that you can just put aside, you now try to harmonize it, you now try to make a big deal out of it just so people can understand your story, just so people can understand why you failed, understand why you didn't do well. Learn to take responsibility for how you handle situations. Because until you start taking responsibility for how you handle situations, you're not going to experience a constant success. You're not going to experience consistent academic excellence. You're going to be dilly-dally, because it simply means that when something wrong happens in that semester, then it's going to affect your grades. Like, that's literally too sadness. What do you mean? So you faced a situation in the semester that could have made you not to do well, and then you still did not do well. That's double sadness. Compensate yourself and do well. I feel like I've already spent too much time on this topic, but learn to take responsibility for how you handle situations. There are so many things that happen that if we can just take responsibility for how we handle that situation, it's not even going to be a big deal. You will not even like rate it at all. Like, just take responsibility for how you handle the situation. You're already feeling like you're sick. You're already feeling like you're not feeling fine. Get yourself treated. Why do you have to wait till you start vomiting and you cannot take yourself to the clinic before you go? You don't need your necessary attention. Take responsibility. Oh God, take responsibility for how you handle situations. The second reason you're not in constant academic excellence is because you lack a consistent productive routine. The moment you start doing something differently, you get different results. If you're always doing the wrong thing and you start doing the right thing, you get the right results. If you're always doing the right thing and you start doing the wrong thing, you get the wrong results. That means if you keep living every day without a plan, procrastination is going to be your bestie. After class, immediately you come back from class, you're already frivolously gallivanting around the campus in the evening. You don't have a plan. If you keep moving all your mid-semester reading to exam week, you're not going to improve. If you keep banking on examination malpractice, you're not going to improve. Consistency in success is a product and a result of a consistent productive routine. Now, when I say consistent productivity, I'm not saying something you do every day. So I'm not saying, oh, let your attendance be 150 over 100 in class. Be reading every day, be doing this every day. I'm saying that every time you dedicate to do something, do it and do it well. I'm saying that whenever you decide I'm going to do this, stick to the plan. Consistency is not studying every day. Consistency is determining to study 4 times a week and sticking to 4 times a week. Consistency is you deciding to improve something, is you deciding to do something that contributes to your academic success, no matter how little it can be. So yes, I didn't study today, but today what I did was to arrange my assignments in a document just so I don't leave out any. Or what I did today was to review all the group works and the groups that I'm in so that I can know the one that we can start working on. Or what I did today was to study for 1 hour. Or what I did today was that I planned to study for 5 hours, but I was so tired, I was so exasperated, I was so knackered, and then I just studied for 1 hour. You studied at least. Oh, I didn't study today, but at least I was able to arrange my notes in one document. Today I didn't study, but I did a little bit of research about my assignment. Today I didn't study, but I decided I was going to listen to everything the lecturer said in class today, and I was attentive and I understood. Little things like that are what contributes into the consistency that brings about constant academic success. Parkinson's law says that work expands to fill the time you give it. That means if I decide that I want to eat and I have just 15 minutes to eat, surprisingly, I can even eat that food in 10 minutes. But if I don't have any time, maybe I'm done, the only thing I have to do now for the rest of the day is to eat. I'm going to eat that same food for 45 minutes. And you know what I'm talking about. Your lecturer is literally like, oh, we are behind. We need to, rush this topic and all of that. And then a topic that it will teach in one class for 2 hours, you are doing 2 topics of that in one class, that same 2 hours. So work expands to fill the time you give it. So you must dedicate time for everything you're going to do. There must be time for it. There must be time that, yes, when I come back from class, I'm going to eat, I'm going to do this, I'm going to do that. You cannot just leave the day to itself. And that's why it looks like some people have 34 hours in a day while you just have 24 hours. We all have 24 hours, but what? We understand Parkinson's law that work expands to fill the time you give it. So you can decide to do something, commit 30 minutes to do the assignment, and you will get the assignment done in 30 minutes, and you can commit 2 hours to do the assignment, and you will not finish the assignment until after 2 hours. So dedicate time to your activities. Prioritize productivity over frivolities. In this video here, Oyinkansola shared that one of the daily habit that contributed to her finishing with a 4.92 is that she does not procrastinate. She tries her best not to procrastinate. So even if she has decided that, okay, I'm going to read 10 pages of this PDF today, and maybe she comes back that day, she's tired, she's weak, she's everything, she still tells herself that because baby steps are still steps, she reads at least 2 pages out of the 10 pages. But like you and maybe every other person like us, we are like, oh, we're tired, we can't read 10 pages, you dump everything. Consistent productive routine is not doing one thing every single day. It's deciding to do something and sticking to it. It's just like how they say it's never too late to start. Oh yes, you committed to starting your new year resolutions from January 1. It's January something and you've not started some of them. Oh, now you can start. Like, just start. I told myself that this year I was going to be skipping 100 times every day. It was yesterday. Yesterday was 20th of January. It was yesterday that I did my first 100 skips for this year. And I did 200. Today too, I did 200. Oh, my body is paining me, but at least I have started. I could have said that, oh, it's 20 something, January has ended, let me move it to February. But what harm does it cause to just start? Oh yes, you can't finish all the topics today. How about just starting? Yeah, you can't get the assignment done. How about just starting? Oh yes, you can't tell if you're going to finish with a first class or a second class upper. How about just starting? Oh, you don't even understand what the lecturer taught in class, so you're even scared to start reading it. How about just starting? Start today, start stronger. Devise for yourself a consistent productive routine. And when I say consistent productive routine, you are literally stuck to everything you do. I am saying that for every semester, you must have the things that you want to achieve, and then it is from those things you want to achieve that you're going to carve out how you live every single day of that semester. It is that thing that you have decided that you want to achieve for that semester that will make you decide that you would rather do this than go to this place. You would rather do this than go to this place. So decide what you want for yourself and do a consistent, productive routine and maintain it. The third and final reason why you're not consistent with your academic excellence is mindset. This one is the most powerful one. You know why it's so powerful? Because you may not even know. For every good thing, no matter how much you try to do, there are still always people on the other side of it. So for every wealthy person, no matter how much you try to educate people on personal finance, of psychology of money, all of those things, on the other side there are still poor people. The same reason why some people will always be poor, being the number one, they feel like not everybody is born to be rich. Some people are actually born to be poor. and the fact that everybody cannot be rich. These two reasons why somebody is poor is the same reason why somebody is not doing well academically, because you believe that you're not born smart, or you believe that everybody cannot achieve academic excellence. If you're not, I have a video about this issue of am I born smart? Some people are born smart, some people are not born smart. I have a video about it. You should watch it. And the truth is, whether you believe it or not, these two ideologies are, are formed like stronghold in your mind as to why you're not doing well academically. And you know what stronghold is? Stronghold is not just stronghold is something that grips you, like this, that held you. So you already have a stronghold in your mind that some people are naturally brilliant, naturally smarter than some people. Some people are natural olodo, and some people are naturally brilliant. And so those that are natural olodo can never be brilliant, and those that are naturally brilliant can never be olodo. They play. Like, why do you even believe that not everybody can achieve academic excellence? If everybody cannot, why does it have to be you who in the class? Like, okay, yeah, these are the smart ones. These are the ones we look up to. These are the ones that can earn the grade. These are the ones that you used to even decide whether or not you are going to pass your course, if it was good for them or not. My question is, why can't you be them? Why can't you be the person that other people are looking up to? Why can't you be the person that other people are saying you were born smart? Why can't you be the person that other people are saying if you not pass, what will they get? Why can't you go for academic excellence? Why do you feel like it's not for you? Why do you feel like you cannot earn the best grade? Why do you feel like the good grade you earned is just one time and it's not a consistent thing? Why don't you believe that if you can earn a 4.1 semester, then you can earn it for every other semester? Why do you think it was luck? Why do you think that the effort that you put in that made you earn that CGPA, or that made you earn that GPA, is not something that you can keep putting to keep earning that CGPA? Why do you think that you cannot finish with the first class? Why do you think that second class upper is where you are? Why do you think that even that second class upper, you cannot be the 4 points, you're just somewhere in between, at least the second class upper? Why the hell do you think that people cannot think you were born intelligent even if you were not? Why do you think that you cannot achieve academic excellence? Why do you think that your story cannot motivate others? Why do you think that academic excellence is only for that person and is not for you? Is that person not a human being? Are you not a human being? You need to change your mindset and start believing that you deserve some academic excellence too. It's not for some people, it's for those who believe that it's for them. It's not for some people, I'm going to say it again, it's for those who believe that it's for them. Oh my God, I feel like I'm preaching now. Let's share the grace. Why does it have to be you that's not earning the good grade? Why are you going for the crumbs on the table? If I just get 35 over 70, at least I've gotten half. If I just get 50 over 70, I'm good. If I just get 60, oh, that's B, that's great. Why are you going for the crumbs on the table when he has prepared the table before you? If you're somebody sitting on this table and you know in the deep recesses of your heart, you will know that you're sitting on this table. Why do you need my book? You need to read my ebook. It is titled I Dictate My Grade, How to Earn the Best Grade. In that book, it's going to challenge the mediocre inside you that believes that academic excellence is not for you, or that believe that the good grade is for the smart ones, not for you. Like, why can't you be the smart ones? That book is going to help your life. That's all I can say. I've officially sold 100 copies and I'm planning to take the price up, because that 1K I was literally giving it out for free. But because of how I'm feeling as I'm shooting this video, and because I just hit 2050 subscribers, I'm going to leave the slot open for 20 more people. The first 20 persons that are going to buy that ebook from the day this video is published to get it about 1,000 naira. After that, my price is going up. The link is in the description box of this video, so make sure you click the link and buy the book now. If you come next time and you see that the price has changed, it's not me, you snoozed. But I hope you really found this video helpful. I hope you can understand that every other thing you're going to find in any other video that I'm going to tell you, create a to-do list, have a plan, do this, write this, say this, study like this. Every other thing is banking, sitting pretty on these 3 tables. Taking responsibility for how you handle situations, consistent productive routine, and mindset. I hope with these few words of mine, I've been able to convince you that consistent academic excellence is possible. Constant academic success is possible. Stability in success and good grades is not an impossibility, and you can achieve it. Make sure to like, share, subscribe, because I know you found this video helpful. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.